Now notice this. God says, I'm going to give you the right kind of judges and the right kind of attorneys. And then, he says, then you'll be called the righteous city, the city of righteousness, the faithful city. Now, God ties the righteousness of an area to the type of judges it has in the area. You look at every righteousness battle we fight in America today, it came out of the courts a long time before it ever came out of the legislatures. You can take Roe v. Wade, or you can take gay marriage, you can take transgender, you can take what you want. It came out of the courts first. So if we get the right kind of judges and the right kind of lawyers, we can be righteous again. So the first thing I'm going to ask with president or dog catcher is, what kind of judges am I going to get for you? Will they be judges that will uphold life, that will uphold religious liberty, that will uphold the rights of marriage and the rights of conscience? Are you going to protect bakers and you're going to protect florists? Or are you going to say, no, you guys have to bow your religion to the knee of Baal? What's it going to be? So that's the first question I ask, because that's what God says. Righteousness of the land is determined by the judge's land. Number two question I'm going to ask beyond that of judges is going to be what happened in Genesis 12:3, where God says to Abram, Abram, I'm going to make a nation out of you. And when I make a nation out of you, whoever blessed them, I'm going to be blessed. Whoever cursed them, I'm going to be cursed. God makes this thing that we call a covenant. Now, the covenant is, here's the deal. You're going to have a nation, and that nation, however they get treated, that's how I'm going to treat those folks. How long does God keep his covenants? Well, we know out of Psalm 105, he keeps his covenants for 1,000 generations. We're only about 200 generations, says Abraham, so this is still an active, alive covenant. We're only about 25% of the way through this covenant. So it's still active, alive. You remember in Numbers 23, God says, I'm not a man. I don't lie. If I told you I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And I told you, here's the deal. Whoever blesses is going to be blessed. Which means the way we treat Israel has a huge impact on what happens to the nation. Now, you look at both the Democrat and Republican platforms this year, and you'll find that both of them take a very good position toward Israel. That's not the end of the story. Everybody's smart enough in America to take the right position toward Israel, because that's a huge voting constituency and voting bloc, and it's a big deal. What you see is, what God also makes clear is, if you help Israel's enemies, I'm not going to bless you. So you say, all right, what are you going to do with Iran? What are you going to do with the Palestinians who are trying to wipe out Israel? What are you going to do with all these other nations? Say, it's not whether, I'm for Israel. Yeah. Then why are you helping their enemies? You know, it's simple stuff.